So this past week was a pretty good week. It was a solid sales. Not the most amazing week ever, but better than the last couple weeks have been. So some interesting things sold. As far as listing, I really didn't get any listing done again. I just decided that that is okay for now. I'm just going to take a little bit of a break. I worked pretty hard this summer. I went to probably 2 to 3 auctions a week. I grew my store to a pretty good size. I was very happy with that, and I don't want to burn out. I feel like I might be burning out a little bit, so I'm taking some time off from the auctions. I'm taking some time off from listing, working on some other projects. eBay is not really the only thing that I do to kind of get my financial independence. So I'm going to be focusing on a few other things, but I'll still be doing the what's sold videos because I got plenty of inventory online still. It'll be selling regularly, so there should be some interesting stuff coming up. This is a vintage women's watch band. It's a calfskin leather. I think these are from maybe the 1960s or 1950s. And I got this at auction in a large binder, and I'll show it to you right here. It's this binder here. I think it's a salesman sample. It says leather watch straps by Downing. And if you look here, there's probably over 100 watch straps in here. And all these are leather. There's different kinds of leather. There's some white ones. They're mainly women's watch bands, but there's some men watch bands as well. And I paid 20 bucks for this binder. And I sold this one here for $10. There's not a ton of money in these. They're a little bit slow to sell, but if I sell 2, I'll make my money back. And then if I can keep listing more and more of these and I keep selling them, I think I'll do pretty well on this lot. This is a vintage gold-filled watch chain. It's 12 karat gold-filled. It's in a Figaro style chain link, you can see there, and it's about 14 inches long. And I got this at auction in just a box of I think it was a cigar box, maybe, of jewelry and tie clips and pins, a whole bunch of stuff. Maybe paid $10 to $15 for that box. This piece here I had it up for $39. I took a best offer of $25 for it. About 2 years ago, I bought a large lot of electronic components, vintage stuff. It was like capacitors and resistors, and in there, one of the reasons I bought the lot was there was a few drawers full of these Bakelite knobs. Different designs. This one here is called a pointer knob. But Bakelite knobs, these vintage ones, always do really well because they're not being made anymore. And people often are looking for these to restore old electronic pieces, ham radios, old radios. So this one here is Bakelite, which is a Bakelite brand, or Dakaware actually. It's got a set screw. This is the last one I have. I just found this one kicking around the office and listed it. And this one here is sold for $13. So it's not a ton of money, but when you think of it, these are really easy to list. They're easy to ship, and I never get a return on these things. This is a vintage celluloid Boy Scout pin, I think, or Cub Scout. I'm not sure which. And yeah, it's just got this really happy, cheerful guy. I mean, who wouldn't want a pin like that? This sold for, what was it? $11, and I picked it up in a cigar box lot of old pins, much from the same era. I think it was a lot of stuff from the 40s and 50s, and they've been really good sellers. This is one of the last ones I had. This has been up for about 9 or 10 months. This is an antique bent wood grain sifter, kind of primitive style. I'm not really sure how old this piece is. It almost looks too good to be that old. It's got a metal screen, a nice bent wood with a great color to it. And this I got in the same lot as the wooden trencher, which I sold a couple weeks ago. And I forget what I paid for that lot now. It might have been between $20 and $30. And this piece here sold for 45 bucks. This is more of those Revolutionary War era forks. This is a set of 4 of them. They've got bone handles. They got a little bit of bendiness going on the tines at the top there. These came in the same lot, I think, as the grain sifter, which I just showed, and other pieces of these forks which I've sold. These are 4 matching ones, so I put them up as a matching pair, or a matching set rather, and these sold for $70. This is a World War II casket flag. It's got 48 stars because that was the flag at the time, and the stars are in a different pattern. They're laid out pretty much in straight rows and columns, unlike today's 50-star flag where they're staggered. It's a pretty large flag. It is by Valley Forge, and it's 5 by 9.5 feet. And this here I got at a yard sale. Somebody had a free box and they had two really nice flags in it. This one's in great condition. There's absolutely no problems with it. It's a real high quality flag, stitched together, stitched stars. And I just grabbed this flag and the other flag that was there, and I listed this one up I think for about $120, and I took a best offer of 80 bucks. This is a vintage copper piece. It's a kind of an arts and crafts style copperware. It's a lily pad, very well done. Got a great patina, nice construction. It's got a little frog hanging out on the corner there, so it's pretty cute. And this piece here I got in a tray lot at an auction. I can't quite remember what I paid for, maybe around $15 to $20. It came with a bunch of other candlesticks and other metalware. And I know I've sold a few pieces from that lot already. This one here I put up for $79, and somebody came in and bought it full price. This is a new in the box Canon lens hood. I got these at auction. If you watch my other videos, you know that I bought a couple tables of Canon camera gear, new in the box kind of stuff, at my local auction for a camera store that went out of business. This was back in, I think, January when I purchased them. Getting down to the end of that stuff now. I probably have maybe a bin or so left of that stuff. And I barely paid anything for it. I was hoping I could sell this stuff on Amazon, but the Canon brand is restricted on Amazon, so it's hard to list this stuff on Amazon FBA. So I put them up on eBay. They sold really fast in the beginning, and now I'm just down to the last few. And this one here sold for $20. So last week I put together a video of me fixing a MacBook Pro computer which I bought at auction. I paid $45 for it and I got it home and it was broken. It was water damaged, and I kind of suspected that something was wrong with it since I got it for such a good price. But I took it apart, I cleaned it up, and I managed to get it working again. So if you want to check out that video, I'll link it up here. So that's it for this week, and as always, thanks for watching and have a wonderful week.